I'll mute myself for a minute.
Yo, 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 how you doing, folks? Welcome to another edition of What Did We Do This Week? And we've got an awesome guy who I've known for a very long time. And probably, in fact, he would probably tell you that it is too long. Guy's done some awesome charity work, and I believe he's got some new toys today. And we're talking about It's Nocty. This guy has supported streams throughout Twitch on various different people's channels and stuff like that. Also was a Twitch streamer himself before it was called Twitch as well. So unbeknown to me that was. But he should be about somewhere. I do believe he's a little bit occupied with a couple of things, but he'll be joining us. So how you doing, folks? Good to see you. And for myself, I've been pretty busy with eBay, a lot of eBay. I also got a couple of more deliveries of Lego, so I'll be running those through on a unboxing video. We got a couple of boxes that I've been storing up. Not many, not like the last or the first video that I did, which ran into about 40 minutes, I think it was. Maybe an hour. My videos are notoriously well known for being longer than what they should be. So I do apologise about that, and I will be working on that, folks. But yeah, we've been doing some eBay. We've got some Lego deliveries. Also, the application for my wife's immigration, because she's American and she's looking to come in over here. We're finalising the letters that we need, like from the landlord, landlady, work, I myself as a sponsor and stuff like that. So we've been really cracking on with that as well. All is done apart from the letter from my landlady. So once that comes through, she'll be able to put her application in. And then the countdown starts for her to come over. So that's kind of exciting. She's getting very excited about that. She's getting impatient, should we say. And what else have we been doing? Oh, obviously, we've been doing work, lots of work. Oh, yeah. I cracked out 3 videos for YouTube on a Lego build, and that kept me occupied for a good couple of days. That was a 3-part series. My first ever Lego build, and also my first ever Technic build for the video, for YouTube. So that was quite kind of cool to do, and a lot of people came in to chat with us because we did it on a live stream as well as. Well, you guys can find it on the YouTube. If you click the YouTube link at the bottom in the About Me page on Twitch, you'll be able to see it there. It does. The link does work, I promise. I've been fixing a few things. There's a couple of more things that I need to add to this channel, and a little bit more to add to my YouTube channel. But I'm really excited about how my YouTube channel's going at the moment. It's got various bits and pieces on it. There is it seems to be my most popular video at the moment. It seems to be the Lego investing. Don't know why. I have no clue on how to. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's because it's a noob who doesn't know what they're doing and they're like laughing at it or something like that. Or maybe they're like, there's some actual people that are considering on starting it and they've seen this and it's coming from a noob. So maybe they're keeping track of it and seeing the progress, and if it works for me, then it might work for them. And this is all coming from nothing as well. This is all starting from zip. And as you can see, we've got a good few Lego sets coming up now on the shelf in the corner there. It's keeping me busy. But like I say, yeah, eBay, I sent out an order today, so that's kept me busy. Got quite a few nice pieces up on the eBay now. I've actually got my AT-AT up there, and that is boxed. So that's the original 1980s, I think it's 1981, Return of the Jedi AT-AT. And got a couple of other things. Falcon's coming up very shortly. So we've got some big things that will be coming up on eBay pretty soon. But what's been selling the most really has had a really good interest is model kits. And I wish I'd like just bought loads of model kits through the years and just not done anything with them, because they're doing really, really well with popularity. You know, almost all my model kits have gone, which is really, really cool. I can't do them anymore because my eyes are so old that, you know, all that fine detail and stuff. So it's one of the reasons why I've turned to Lego as well, because you get to build still, but you don't have to paint fine lines and all sorts of other things. Glue things together like your fingers. I like doing that. So, Nocti, are you around? Not yet. Pog, hello mate, how you doing today? Nice wave. I think that's one of the first move-in emotes I've seen. It's like almost like a Fallout guy, you know, from the Fallout games, in the blue Vault suit. I'm good, mate, myself. Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. Very positive about a lot of things, you know. Just saying that I've been cracking out some YouTube videos and that lot, and felt really good about them. I've actually rewatched all of them, and every single one of them has made me laugh. Not constantly, but in, you know, some point in that video it's made me laugh, which is quite good. And I actually enjoyed watching it. Oh, you have a couple now? You got the waving one, the passing by one, and the raid. So are these your? These must be your. They are, okay. They are your own personal emotes. Nice. Did you make them, or did you actually have to have them, or did you actually have them made? That waving one's pretty clean, I have to say. Oh, I see the raid letters are moving now. So yeah, we'll be joined by it's Nocti a bit later on, Pog. I don't know if you know who Nocti is. He's the guy who's always in the streams, chatting away. Ever since we've been doing like video game streams and stuff like that. You got them made? Did you get a good deal on them? I'm not talented enough. No, neither am I. I couldn't do that. Was it a good deal, or was it a friend that did them for you? Because that's one of the things Nocti does is emotes. He's done my overlays and stuff like that. Oh, you spoke to Nocti in the chat a few times. Okay, yep. So you know him. Yeah, he's going to be coming on a little bit later. We're using the Discord chat channel today, whereas we usually use the PlayStation, but I don't think Chris and Aid are available today. They weren't too bad. Got them. Oh, okay, yeah, Fiverr. Okay, is that the first time you used Fiverr? I've never used it. I've seen it a lot, and there are some pretty good deals on Fiverr actually. I think when it first came out, it was getting like a bad rap for how expensive it was. So did you just get the 3, or did you get any more? Surprised you didn't get any Formula One ones. I've had like 15 emotes made up to use across my emote slots. Okay. It was less than 5 each. Nice. I've used Fiverr quite a few times. It's hit and miss, yes. Yeah. It's better than what it was, from what I hear and what I see. Oh gosh. Alright. That's a few emotes. Pog cry. Pog smug. Yeah, I can see you being smug. Pog trophy. Pog love. I've seen the Pog love and the popcorn one. Alright, so what's the Pog duck? Pog cash, I get that one. Pog bits, I get that. Oh yeah, I've seen the steaming one as well. What's the duck? Come on, there must be a story behind the duck. And what have you been up to today anyway, Pog? There's a couple of following emotes as well, which are annoyingly just in... So they're just annoyingly just in my chat? Really? It's just a duck, okay. My viewers have just always liked the old duck emote. Oh, okay. So what started the duck emote for you then? You've been at work? Nothing interesting? No, come on. There's always something interesting. The thing I found out is that, yeah, I've been at work and it's not really interesting. You know, nothing. Oh, I mean, we had serious fog and I was down to about 17 miles an hour on my run and I have to cover 100 miles. So I wouldn't say that was fun, but that, I tell you what, that was quite squeaky pants moments there. You know, there was a couple of times I almost found a ditch. I almost ran into a road sign that was right in front of me because I know that it's like it's not quite a T-junction, but it's a branch off a curve. So it's a bit similar to a T-junction. And I had to make the right and I almost went straight into the sign that was like, there's a right. People started sharing lots of duck gifs in my Discord, so it became okay, so it's just a thing. See, that's cool. That's cool. It's different.
All right, you're in this broom cupboard.
What's that?
I just found the right broom cupboard.
You just found the right broom cupboard.
Yeah. When you become rich and famous, can we book a bigger studio? You know, having 2 of us stand up cramped around a microphone is a bit much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if only they actually weren't watching the thing. Yeah, but it is supposed to be a listen to, isn't it? So yeah, he's actually in my in my cupboard behind me.
Yeah, I'm right in front of you. You know the white cupboard's behind him. That's me. I'm talking in there. Yeah,
he's a talking cupboard. That's what he is. So that is the voice of It's Nocty.
Good evening, everyone.
We're joined by Pog.
Hey, Pog. Yes. Yeah, I've just been catching up actually on your chat. He's been spending his money again on stupid cartoons.
In other words, your emotes. Or is that so? I know the kind of turn you mean, but they can be quite awkward. Yeah, they can. Even worse in the fog, mate. I can tell you that. I couldn't see 5 foot in front of me, so I was literally driving on the other side of the road so that I could see the edge of the road out of my driver's window. It was that bad. And he's waving at you, Nocty.
Hello, Pog.
He's waving. Flashing his new email.
I am actually waving, but you can't see me because I'm in the cupboard.
You are. I got all sorts of shit in front of the cupboard, so he can't get out.
Wouldn't it be really weird if actually a
If you
hand
was
popped
there,
out of your
yeah.
pants?
That I'd actually that would be a shock, and the first thing you would happen, I'd give you a big hug, mate. Haven't seen you for a long, long time.
Oh, it's been what? How long were you in America?
10 years.
Was it 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I left Bedford before you went to America, probably about a year. So
Right.
that's 11 years.
Yep.
You've been back almost a year.
Yes. It's actually a year last week that I've been back.
So it's been almost 12 years since we last met.
Wow. But then we got pictures, we got Discord, we got Facebook, we got everything, so we still know how ugly we are. The funny thing is, though, there was a picture you put up, and I was like, "Oh my god, I look like that." And so I put a picture up of myself on that particular day as I was looking at your picture, and then did it side by side, and there's so much similarity, it's untrue.
Yeah, I've actually shaved since then.
Oh, you have? I'm gonna be trimming down today once I finish this. Go jump in the bathroom and trim down the forest because it's like starting to come over the lips and shit like that. Oh, you have been
Yeah,
back a year already? Yes, I have, Pog. Yeah, time has moved so fast. So much stuff has happened since I've been back. And when I first came to this place here, I paid a year's rent up front. Now that's obviously now coming due that we have to start paying rent again. So that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt, especially with fuel prices that have just come up. You have to drive to work, and now I'm gonna have to pay rent, and oh my god, the whole thing's gonna hurt. All the money that I have in the bank isn't gonna be there for long.
yeah, I know how that one feels.
Yeah, I think everybody's hurting right now. Jesus, time has absolutely flown by. It has. You're telling me, mate. You're telling me. But if I look back at it, there is an awful lot that I've done in the time I've got back.
No, he's done fuck all.
You have? No, I doubt it. I doubt it. You've actually been doing something really important.
Have I?
Yeah,
What was that?
I've been hanging out with some celebrities, mate.
Oh, yeah, Norman Lovett.
That's it. So
Yeah,
I must have known
last.
you for about 2 or 3 years now. Yeah, that's on the stream, isn't it? So yeah, Nocty, you got the stage, mate. Tell us all about it, if you can, because I know you're kind of locked, aren't you?
Yeah, I am bound by NDA a little bit. I can't tell you what was recorded last Friday,
Okay, but
but yeah,
maybe start with what you've been, yeah, because you've been involved in a few things, haven't you? And you've been doing like speech programs and stuff like that, and they got taken on, and you got kind of a job with it as well. How about start from there?
basically, to give you the background of it, it's voice control for PC. Turning your voice into an action, basically, that's all it really is. But I've actually been playing with a company called HCS Voice Packs for many a year now, since 2014, and I've now been officially taken on. So
Yay! So
I'm not so much.
is it a paid thing or is it still like a
It's still
hobby?
voluntary.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I do get a kickback now and then, but it's not expected.
No, no. Well,
So
you've
it is
always
still
been one of these
voluntary.
people that will do things for somebody and not want anything return and stuff like that. You're just one of those golden guys, you know. You're one of those people that will just like. I mean, you do know how to say no, but you also know when to say yes.
Yeah, the point is the yes is more than a no.
Yeah, well, Chris is like that as well, but Chris doesn't know how to say no.
Yeah, yeah,
two
yeah.
two absolute diamond
Basically,
guys.
yeah. If I can do it, I'll do it. If I don't know how to do it, I'll find out how to do it, and I'll just do it.
Yeah, a bit similar to the work that you did with various people's streams, you know, that are in the community and stuff like that, doing the emotes, doing what's the names, overlays and all sorts of other things, but there were things that you weren't too sure on, and you would go away and then you'd come back about half an hour later with something.
Yeah, yeah. I bought Photoshop literally just for that. So, and I whacked it up and go, what the fuck is all this? I go, oh, that button does that. That button does that. Pull that graphic in there. Turn it over there. Write it out. Oh, fuck it. That will do. Send it out. Yay! Everybody likes it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Do you come up with ideas while you're at work? Because you're not. That's not your full-time job, is it?
No, not by a long shot. What most people in your streams prior and other streams uh, know me for doing is absolutely nothing to do with my normal job. It is totally different, totally and utterly different.
Yeah, it's just a bit
Uh,
more of a hobby and a pastime, isn't it?
it is, yeah, very much so, and that's how I like to keep it.
Yeah. No, I've always
Yeah,
known you to be a pretty adventurous person with various little projects and stuff like that.
yeah, I like to dip my fingers in places. Uh, Sometimes it doesn't work, but majority of the time it does, and a lot of it's quite a learning curve.
And the PC voice recognition thing, you actually have totally automated your stream with
Uh,
voice operation,
yeah,
haven't you?
yeah. My whole PC, off stream and on stream, is completely voice controlled. I hardly ever use the mouse now. The mouse sits there being redundant. It's £150 mouse and it's just sitting there doing nothing because everything's voice controlled now.
And it talks back to you as well, doesn't it?
That's part of the HCS voice packs.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, going back to that bit a little bit. Uh, HCS voice packs do coding for certain games and gives you responses to your voice commands. So everybody knows I play Elite Dangerous.
Yep.
That is my first go-to game.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to tell everybody a little bit about how you got started with Elite Dangerous and what you do with it?
How did I get started with Elite Dangerous?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Right. Okay. Now, back when I was a wee lad, in 1984, when
Wow.
BBC Micro Bs
Mm-hmm.
were the in-thing computers, a couple of people designed a 3D game called Elite.
Elite. Yep. It was
It was,
wireframe graphics
yeah, that's
game,
it.
wasn't it?
Yeah, 3D wireframe.
Yeah.
And it was what set all 3D games from there onwards. It set the path.
Yep.
And back then, I was playing with my mate Harry. Do you remember Harry? Harry Moore? I don't know if you remember him, but there was no internet back then.
Right.
So I was playing on my PC. He was playing on his PC, and we were using CB radio as comms.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
So I just took out a bandit. Going, yeah, all over the CB and all that lot. But that's where Elite began. Then obviously we all grew up. Life took over. I had too many kids, and then Frontier Developments decided to make an anniversary release of Elite called Elite Dangerous.
Dun dun dun.
And they started a Kickstarter where people will pay money in to fund it,
Yes.
fund the development of it. And obviously, with Kickstarter, you got tiers where you can actually pay so much and you get this reward, and so on and so on and so on. So, I didn't have the money to start off with to join the Kickstarter, and 1 minute and 20 seconds before the Kickstarter finished, I put in a bid of £2,000, and
Oh,
the payment didn't go through in time for the Kickstarter.
Ah,
The Kickstarter actually cancelled while my payment was going through. So Frontier actually got hold of me afterwards and turned around and said, "We see you've done this and that. Yeah, we're willing to award the tier that you put into, which was name a planet, name a space station. I got my own private Jameson Elite account. Now Jameson is the backstory. I'm not going to go into that; it's too much. But you get a special account, and they set that all up and agreed the Kickstarter for me. I sent an email back saying, obviously, thank you very much and all this, that, and the other. That I don't have a PC. I can't play your game even if I want you to. And they go, no problem. Never heard from them for about a month. Month later, I get a knock on the door. The delivery guy outside. They sent me a basic PC,
whoa.
an X52 joystick.
Oh, that's where you got them from. Okay.
Yeah, they basically set me up the very basics so I can actually alpha test the game.
Nice.
And so, and there onwards, I found the gaming world again, which I never knew about. And I found out you could have this device, that gimmick, that electronic. That was all like, yeah, I'm in my world. Bye,
Yeah.
bye, bye,
Yeah.
bye. And now I'm on 8 screens, track IR, Warthog joystick. Everything's over since 2014. So that's Elite. And HCS Voice Packs was started off based around Elite, where you turn around to a voice stack and say, deploy landing gear. That will send a key press to the game and deploy your landing gear for you. And what they've done, they've gone out and got famous people to make responses as a comeback. So, like, we've got Brian Blessed, Norman Lovett, can't remember her name, but I think it's Troy. Is it Troy from Star Trek? Real sexy lady. Next
Deanna Troy.
Generation. Deanna Troy, yeah.
Marina Sirtis.
That's it. We got
Yep.
her.
She's in a lot of video game voiceovers.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of famous people. And what that does, when you say deploy landing gear, the voice will come back saying landing gear deployed. So that's the HCS voice pack side of it.
Nice. Well, we've just been joined by a whole load of people, Noxy, so I'm just going to give a quick readout here. So we got Bolshi. Good to see you again, Bolshi. How you doing, mate? Went to the video store that was closing forever, and today is the last day. On Facebook, it said 50% discount on everything, and I went there and I saw a piece of paper on it, and it was written PS4, PS5 games at $7. I was like, WTF? So I bought $56 worth of games. Then I went to another store and sold them for $90 total. What a flip! Easiest $34 of my life. Well done. That's a good one, Bolshi. And we got Yuna as well. Hi, Yuna. Good to see you, mate. We're on the Discord channel, by the way, folks. If anybody wants to join us on Discord and chat, Yuna, I know you've got the Discord. Is it so? That's reply to Bolshi. Why sell them right away? And no. Video games you flip because they don't unless you got like special editions and stuff, and even then they don't hold their price. Video games are worthless for getting a return back on them. Platinums and trophies. Did I hear the Did I hear the breaking news? What's the breaking news this of the week? You have to tell us, platinums and trophies, mate. So all the games were sealed. Okay. I was like too lazy to sell them by myself. So you just went straight in and just turned them. That's a good flip. Okay, so Yuna's saying, okay, well, I would have at least kept some of them where the goodies in there, where they're good. Of course, there's goodies in there. They're games, and then
No,
there's
it's not that. Sell them, sell them, sell them.
Pogged. No, oh God, no! Now I wish I hadn't asked platinums and trophies. Seriously, was it so? Three of them were Watch Dogs Legions. So you okay? So you bought multiple. That's a good. That's a good idea. Yuna has just bought some new games for his pile of shame. What did you get, Yuna? You have to let us know what you did. What did you get? And you don't get rubbish, do you? You get like the special collectors and stuff like that. You don't get the normal off the shelf thing. Yes. So Peppa Pig is getting brand new DLC. That's the breaking news this week, apparently. In the gaming world industry, Peppa Pig came out like early this year, and I got the platinum in it when I was a trophy hunter, because that was for a dare. You know, it actually platinums and trophies came into my stream and said, "Oh, you have to have a look at this." So we watched the preview of it, or the trailer of it, and I was like, "Right, we're getting that as soon as it comes out. We're getting it," and I got the platinum on that day. I think I was the 14th person to get the platinum in the world. Oops. And now it's getting some DLC. Great. Was this time with normal fit? Oh, okay. So you only got you didn't get too much. So you got to look on Discord. We will. I'll check it out. But folks, if anybody doesn't know the voice that you're hearing right now, this is the legendary It's Nocti. So
That's incorrect. The voice you just heard was actually Sean, not mine.
I don't know about that. Someone's joined us.
Not.
It's
Oh,
Yuna.
who's that?
It's Yuna.
Hey, Una, how you doing?
Hey, Nocti, how are you doing?
I'm very good, sir.
So we're joined by Yuna as
hear
well.
that.
So Yuna, while you're here, do you wanna spill the beans on what you've been doing this week?
Well, I just came home from work.
That's not all you've done this week.
Yeah, well, mostly I did go to work from 9 p.m. to 10, from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Thursday, I went shopping with my girlfriend, bought a few new games.
Oh yeah. Okay, so spill the beans. You said you shown it on Discord, but come on, tell everybody on the stream what you got.
I sent you a pic of it, so I thought you can show it on stream.
Well, you see, this is actually a podcasty type thing, so people listen to it.
So I bought the One Piece film stamped.
Because you're a big One Piece fan.
Yep. And then I bought 4 games, 2 of which are PS4, 2 of which are PS5.
Okay.
So they're more like, well, 3 of them kind of looked indie-like.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Treasure of the Aegean? Not sure how I pronounced that. Then Blue Fire, Unbound Worlds Apart.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Final Fantasy Origins, Strange of Paradise.
Okay, cool. Which ones were the PS5 titles?
The PS5 titles were the Final Fantasy one and the Unbound.
Okay. Are you still enjoying your PS5?
Yeah, pretty much. But
I'm
I
not
also
sold.
play PS4 and PS3 still. Well, at the moment I play a lot of Call of Duty zombie mode.
I've actually unplugged my PS3. It's actually, there you go, look, officially it is now unplugged and it sits on the floor.
Unfucking believable.
I know, you would never actually have thought it. I mean, my PS4's still plugged in, but it's only used really for chat when Chris and Ada are on. That's it.
I will never talk again with you.
No, you won't if I sell everything.
Mine's still a doorstop.
Yeah, but you changed yours, didn't you? You upgraded yours, didn't you?
I gave it away, and then I got moaned at for not having one because I couldn't join chat or anything. So I bought another one.
Right.
Which, so far, it actually got out of its
box and has become a doorstop. I think we lost Nocti. or have I lost audio altogether?
Why lost to us?
No, I can. It was just that he just disappeared, so I'm guessing he just accidentally muted himself there.
Oh. I don't think he's muted. It doesn't look like that.
He's probably just done something where it's like, oh, because he's got all sorts of tech,
all over like
around
you
him. Probably
do all the time.
passed out of old age. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this Peppa Pig DLC though. I really don't.
What the fuck is Peppa Pig even?
Peppa Pig is a kids' cartoon on TV, and obviously it's all about a pig and the family. Peppa Pig is like the baby pig. I believe it's a female pig, and she has a little brother pig. And then there's Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig, and they go on sorts of adventures. PC's crashed. There you go. I told you that something could have happened. His PC had crashed because it's linked up to all sorts of crazy stuff.
Peppa Pig, strange. Never heard of it. Glad never heard of it.
Do yourself a favor and Google it. Actually, no.
No.
You would not. You would not be able to sleep. You would not be able to sleep. Don't.
I will not Google it.
So, what other things you been up to then, Una?
Well, mostly work since we're still understaffed.
Ah, yes. Are you still doing the chef work?
Yep.
I remember you're in the chef profession. There's quite a few people actually in the stream that are in the chefing side of things as well. It must be a stream thing.
Maybe.
But when you're home, I mean, you went shopping and stuff. That was with your girlfriend, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
My one day off in the week.
Yeah, I know how that feels, mate. Today's my day off. That's why I do all these things. But throughout my week, I've managed to crack out 3 YouTube videos on a Lego build, sell a few items on eBay, list a hell of a lot of items on eBay. Go food shopping today. I bought a few Lego sets today. One of them that I'm really excited to show, but we'll be doing that on my next inventory video that I'll be doing, which will be coming up shortly because I've got all my boxes now for the orders. I think I might have one coming from eBay. So once I get that, then I'll do an unboxing.
I'm still waiting for you to send me pictures.
Pictures of what?
Of the games you're selling.
Oh!
I told you I will buy some.
Yeah.
It's easier if I can buy it from you directly than over eBay or Amazon.
Yeah. It's how would you what kind of payment method would you use? Like PayPal or?
Well, I would firstly look at what games, and then we can decide on.
Yeah, it's just that I use eBay because of the PayPal system.
My mom has a PayPal, so yeah,
okay.
I could do PayPal.
Okay. Because bank transfers, I think they actually cost. I know PayPal does as well, but not that much. It might actually be the same. I don't know. So bank transfers are a little bit more. You have to arrange it and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure how much it costs exactly, since UK, US, and Europe are, well, all different.
I think euro and the pound are pretty similar, but the US dollar at the moment is higher than the pound.
Really, is pound almost back?
Mm-hmm.
I have to Google that.
Yeah, it's pretty close. It used to be close to the dollar. It really did. About I would say about 7 years ago. 7 years ago.
£1 is 1.2 euros.
Yeah. It's like I say, it's not that far off.
No, it's not that far off.
Euro is just a little bit higher by 0.2.
But with the dollars?
What's that? Oh, versus the dollar, I think the dollar's like 25 cents or something higher. Maybe even 45. I know it was quite high. So you leave here with virtually nothing, go over to the States.
Oh no,
and you're rich.
one US dollar is apparently 0.91 euros.
So it's almost one then. Is that's
Yeah, but
0.9, so
it's less. So 1 euro is more US.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because I
But
thought you said it was
it's,
0.2 was euro,
yeah.
and dollar is
1 US
0.91.
dollar. 1 US dollar is 0.9 euros.
Oh, 0.9. Okay, I thought you said 0.91, which would have been like 91 instead of. Okay. It's not. Yeah,
Well,
it's not too
yeah,
far.
yeah, 0.91. So 9 cents of one.
Yeah.
Like,
Still quite high, isn't it?
you know.
The dollar is doing better than the pound. Okay, yeah, so 0.9102. Oh wow. So the Great British Pounds is 1.2? Oh. Oh, that's higher. Hey Belch, how you doing, mate?
Hey, Bell.
How are we doing today?
Well, so how long are you gonna talk today?
As long as it takes. I'm just waiting for Nocti to come back as well, so that he can carry on with his thing that he's been up to. Awesome, you're good. Nice. I'm very
You
well,
can
mate.
give me.
I'm very well.
You can give me a recap of what he told already since.
Well, he was
just
starting.
got home.
He was starting to talk about that he's been involved in this company that does voice recognition software and stuff like that. So I was asking him if, for people who don't know, that he could go back to where it all started, how he got into it, and he was getting into just after he'd done the alpha test on Elite Dangerous, that we were talking about that his PC is completely automated with voice recognition control. I jump on Discord if you want. Yeah, no, you can do if you want, Belch, if you want. Tell us what you've been up to. Yeah. And then he crashed. He's had a meltdown.
Yep.
But he does have, I've seen it on his Discord, showed pictures of his resin printers. I believe we're joined by Belch, or we got Nocti back.
We got Nocti back.
Hey, awesome. So yeah, I was just bringing Una up to speed, Nocti, on what you were saying before you crashed.
Yeah, I've actually switched PCs now. I was trying to be too clever and trying to do too much at the same time.
Oh dear. Don't know until you try though. But this is what you're all about, isn't it?
Yeah, I had the game open, I got your stream open, I had VB coding open, I had Photoshop open, all very high resourcing programs, and I was trying to multitask and it didn't work.
You had a bit of a burnout. Are you running your resin printers at the moment, or are you still getting them lined up and charged up and that?
I've tried it a couple of times now.
I
The
saw the
first
cube.
test, the first test, which was the cube, I would say 85% happy with that.
Yep.
For being something
I
haven't
think it was
touched.
your first time as well. Now we're being joined by Belch.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Folks, if you don't know this voice, this is Belch. It's Belch in the stream chat. So everybody say hello to Belch. We just got
Your
Noxy.
things.
Noxy was just telling us about his voice recognition kind of journey that he's been going on, starting with being an alpha tester for Elite Dangerous. You want to carry on with that, Noxy?
Sorry, say that again.
Do you want to carry on with where you left off when Una joined us? You'd done the alpha testing on Elite Dangerous, and you got given the PC and stuff like that, and that we also got to the point where your PC is completely automated voice control.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, basically, from 1984 to 2014, never touched a game. Didn't know what a game, well, I did know what game consoles were, but never had one, this, that, and the bloody other. And Elite Dangerous just opened so many doors for me. It's unbelievable.
Did you ever think that Elite Dangerous was going to do such a thing? You know, it was here's this game that you can test now because you've fronted up quite a substantial amount for the Kickstarter, and that it was just going to be this game that you could just test and give reports back on and stuff. I've been there with the beta testing, alpha testing for other various companies and stuff like that. Did you ever think it was going to go in this particular way, or did you see like a potential and actually head that way?
No, I didn't see any potential from it. I just thought I've got a game that I enjoyed when I was younger, and I'm just happy to support it and play it. But as the game came live in 2014, the company decided, well, let's open up squadrons, let's open up private factions, public factions and stuff like that. And I just happened to fall in the right places at the right time. That's all it was. I put my name out there. I said, I joined Hutton Truckers at 2015 when they allowed public factions into the game, and our mascot is a mug. That's what you always see, for the mug.
Yep.
And we asked Frontier if they can make a part of the game where you actually transport scrap metal to a certain station for a week, and at the end of it, we asked, can the mug actually be part of the game as a commodity? They said, yeah, let's do it. And that's when I joined the Truckers.
These are called muggies, aren't they? Or no, are they awards muggies?
No, that was just a gimmick we done every year called the Muggies, as an Oscars thing to recognise people and what they've done
who had done all the
year.
effort.
Yeah, each year. But the station we picked is actually in real time. This is no joke. This is real time. Takes 90 minutes to fly to.
Wow.
So you went to one system, you bought your scrap metal, then you jumped to Alpha Centauri, and you flew in a direct line for 90 minutes, and then you sold your scrap metal.
Dedication. Seriously, that is dedication.
Then, rinse and repeat. And he did that, and after a week, we got the mug in the game.
That's quite quick.
Yeah. I think, back then, I was playing the game pretty much 24/7.
Oh, you got hooked?
I got seriously hooked into it.
Was this when you were employed, or did you have no job at the time?
I was employed.
Okay.
I was working at the time, so I'll go to work, I'll come home, sod dinner, sod anything else, sod the wife.
No one existed.
No, straight in, fired up the game, went to bed probably 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Got up at 6.
Yep.
Fired up the game.
Yeah.
Went to work.
Cram a few hours in before you go to work. Yeah. Been there.
Yeah. You just had to get that one trip in.
Yep.
Just to get it there.
Yep.
And then and the Hutton Truckers was born, and it's I just fell into so many different things. You know, when someone tells me I'm thinking of doing this, I'll help you. I'm thinking of doing this, I'll help you, and things just progressed. And I wouldn't say I'm famous. I hate to take that word because I don't like being famous, but I'm quite well known.
All right, Eunice just said that he's going to jump out. So thanks for coming by, Eunice. I will get round to sorting some game list out for you. Kind of know the stuff that you're looking for, but if you give me an idea on Discord or something like that to let me know the sort of franchises, software house or developers that you're interested in, I'll see if I've got some and then I'll list those. If I list the whole lot, it'll be pictures all over the place. Well, thanks for coming in, Una. So, are you a founder member of the Hutton Truckers?
I am one of the founder members, yeah.
Okay, nice.
There was a couple of guys, they started off a convention called LaveCom. Now, anybody who knows Elite, the Lave system is one of the first systems ever in Elite, right back in 1984. So they called it LaveCom. And a group of us got together in high tradition at the bar.
Oh, yes.
Highly drunk.
Oh, yes.
And we said, why don't we make a group up? And we had a couple of the FD development guys there. And they go,
oh, cool.
Oh, public factions. Yeah, why not? Why don't we introduce that? So they go, right, you do that and we'll create a group. And we all got together, and I had a very, very good friend of mine who was actually part of the group, Mike Snogswell. Now, he's seriously deaf, and he just received his hearing dog from the charity Hearing Dogs for the Deaf People.
This is one of the This is one of the charities you do work for, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, he received Alvin, so Alvin became our leader of the Hutton Truckers, and everything grew from there.
So the dog is the leader of the Hutton Truckers.
He is, yeah, Alvin.
So there's another mascot you've got as well, isn't there? Willie. What's that?
Oh, Willie, Commander Willie,
yeah.
Little Willie. He was actually Frontier's mascot.
Okay.
He's every time Frontier done a live stream to promote the game and stuff like that, as a lot of companies do now, they go live streaming on Twitch and say, "Hey, look what we've built." Little Willie is a puppet, and they done a charity stream near one Christmas where they were raising money for special effect. And towards the end, I think probably hour, maybe a half hour towards the end of the stream, of a 16-hour stream, I turned around and said, "Look, I typed out in Twitch chat, I'll give you X amount if you give me Little Willie." And because you're watching them live on stream and they're on a settee sort of situation.
Yeah.
So it's very sort of like just chatting and
yeah,
all that sort of thing. And this, one of the females goes, Stop what we're doing. Look, there. And the guy who actually owns Little Willie goes, he actually pretended he was talking to Little Willie. What do you think? Yeah, shall we do this? And he goes, okay, you make the pledge and you will get Little Willie. So I made the pledge.
So you're actually the owner of Little Willie the mascot?
I am actually now the owner of the mascot.
Wow.
And he made his first...
Nocty has Little Willie.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's what she said as well.
Someone had to say it.
Yeah, he made his first official appearance was it a month back now?
All right. Yep.
Yeah, the first time Frontier have been able to do a public meetup, obviously because of the pandemic and everything else like
Yeah.
that. So Little Willie made his first appearance.
This was in a couple of photos that you put on the Discord where you're at the. Is that a pub or a club?
It's a club, actually. I think
Mhm.
you call it a club. It was in the middle of the Cambridge. It's on 3 floors, and we hired out the middle floor for a few hours.
Sounds like the old Q Club
Yeah, yeah.
near the train
Yeah,
station. That's where we used to go there for goth nights over in Cambridge, and there was a club called the Q Club, and it was about a couple of stories high.
Yeah, it was very much like the Q Club, actually. You know, downstairs was the normal sort of pub
Yeah.
sort of set up, and then you had the dance floor on the second floor.
Yep.
And then you had a sort of like a casual settee
Yep.
meet-up sort of place.
A little
and
bit more of a
smoking area.
quieter area. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, upstairs, and we were on the middle floor until 10 o'clock, and then they opened it up to the public.
Ah.
Where
Yes. Yeah.
Little Willie got very, very drunk and started dancing with a lot of people within that came in from the public until 4 a.m.
Did he have a preference?
I don't think he did.
Shameless.
Anybody who wants to stick his hand up his ass, he was up for it.
It's a puppet.
Exactly.
It's a puppet.
As his owner, getting home at getting back to the hotel at 4 a.m. and waking up at 7 to go home from Cambridge, and not recalling a single thing that happened.
Oh dear.
Because one of the friends of mine from Hutton Truckers, he was stupidly given the silver armband.
Okay,
Which means
what's the silver armband?
free drinks.
Oh no!
Yeah.
How do you earn the silver armband?
I was supposed to get one, but they didn't realise they didn't know if I was turning up or not, so I never got issued one.
Okay.
But Frontier actually put, I think it was $5,000 behind the bar for the event.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah, there was only 100 people turning up for the event.
That's a lot of drinking.
And by 10 o'clock, there was still £1,786 left, I believe. And everybody left apart from a very small group of us. I think there were 7 of us. So we carried on there until 4 a.m. and the bar tab was £324.
Damn. Oh, you didn't have to use all that bar tab, did you?
No, we didn't have to use it, but we did.
It's like, yay, that we're going to get £1,000 back. Nope. No.
We were hitting it hard. We had beers, we had shots, we had King mixes, we had the lot. Every time we went out to the bar, it was, that. What's that over there? Yeah, fuck it, we'll have that. Between 7 of us.
Is this kind of event, is that like a yearly thing, or is this going to be a bit more of a regular thing now that some of the restrictions on COVID is lifting?
I'm not sure, because initially this event was supposed to be in 2021 Christmas. That was the idea of the event, but because of the pandemic, obviously it got completely moved on. So whether this Frontier event will become a regular thing, I don't know.
It would probably be like an anniversary thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But we got LaveCom, ECM and Fantasticom, they're all now coming back online now. So they're the regular events.
And are these just taken in like big halls, or are they taken in online, or what's those all about?
Over the pandemic, we actually been doing virtual meetups, but these are LaveCom is actually in oh god, where is it? Just outside Bedford.
Milton Keynes,
Northampton.
Northampton. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually held in a place in Northampton, quite an expensive and posh place. ECM moves around the country,
Right.
so it's never in one spot every year.
Right.
So, but that's a very much a hut and trucker event. So we like to give a chance to anybody within the country to actually come to the meets. So that's why we move.
And
Fantastic Commons.
These sort of things, they get to actually meet you guys then.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So, Fantastic Com is always in Hull.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. So when that actually happens, guess where I'm staying for the night?
You will be in the cupboard. You will be in the cupboard.
I will be in that cupboard.
You're more than welcome, mate. You're more than welcome.
There was actually going back at that before you actually stopped streaming as Sin. I was actually going to surprise attack you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had to go to Cambridge to meet Frontier for a little while for a meeting.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, Beverly's not that far.
Right. Yeah, no, it's only up the road.
Yeah, it's only another 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. 3 hours up the same road, you'll be all right.
I was actually going to drive up there one Saturday night when you were doing your Saturday night streams, and I was going to stand in your parking 4A at the bottom and just text you and say, "Do you fancy a cigarette?"
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Be right back.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Be a dual stream.
The only thing that stopped me is the
Money,
week I was
fuel.
supposed to be the week I was going to Cambridge was also the week that your wife turned up.
Ah, damn you, wife.
Yeah.
Only kidding. No, anytime you're up in the neighbourhood, mate, just give us a call.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
That was what I was intending to do, but as soon as I heard that the wife was turning up, I go, no.
Yeah.
That's
it. It'll all have to be diverted
he's
to her.
going to be shagging all night. He's going to be talking all night.
No, we don't even have a bed. I just lay on a camp bed at the moment. I did have an air bed, and then I gave it to Kat because she needed something to sleep on. And then I found this, and that's been my bed ever since. Even though Kat's not here anymore at the moment. So yeah, no, the beds aren't big enough for that.
Hey, who needs a bed?
Well, the floor would be pretty hard, and also there was lots of boxes everywhere as well. So it's the whole flat here is like a storage area and a staging area for the next phase.
Tell me about it. This broom cupboard, I can hardly turn around in it.
Yeah, watch out for the ironing board, the elusive ironing board that everybody keeps spotting around the room. It is now hiding in the cupboard.
So that's the thing that's sticking into my back.
Yep, it's not me. So so you've been going to all these conventions are all starting up and stuff like that, and you almost finished off a couple of £1,000 bar tab and stuff, and
yeah,
now you got other things coming up and stuff. What's the latest thing that will be, down the road for you?
I don't know.
Without giving too much away.
No. LaveCom is definitely going ahead, but it's at a different venue this year.
Right.
We don't know where yet.
Okay.
I'm just going with the flow at the
LaveCom is
moment.
just like a meet up with the developers and stuff.
Yeah, it's just a whole lot of geeks and gamers that meet up in one place and get drunk. Really, that's what it is.
Oh, okay. That sounds cool.
So, yeah. I don't know if this happens in other gamer communities, but this is just how the elite community goes. We love the meetups. We do pizza meets.
Yeah, who doesn't?
We got a guy who runs. He's a manager of Pizza Hut.
Oh yes.
Just around the corner from us, and quite regularly we'll just go pizza meat, and we'll have maybe 10, 15 people just turn up for that one night,
Nice.
just for a general meet-up.
It's like,
and
we're
a
just
chit-chat.
about to close. Why did you have to come in? Like 15
Yeah.
pizzas right now. Go.
Yeah, you just walk in, Hutton Truckers name tag. Yeah, that's it. Lock in.
And does Little Willie attend these sessions as well?
He's attended a couple, yes. As he, I have to watch what he attends because he's just uncontrollable.
Now, is it a big? I mean, now you're the official owner of Little Willie. Is it still, or does it feel like a big responsibility on looking after him and stuff like that?
Not really, because I stuff him in a box for most of the time.
Right. So you
But
don't
yeah,
you're not overly paranoid, careful about it because it represents something, doesn't it? It's a mascot.
yeah. But the last meetup, I actually thought I was going to lose him
Oh.
because one of the public females grabbed hold of him, and the last I saw of him, he was right across the other side of the dance floor.
Oh dear.
That's the last I saw of him, and I thought, "Oh Christ, I've just lost little Willie." But he did, he did come back eventually.
So you didn't go around the place saying, "Have you seen my little Willie?"
To some degree, yes.
That's so
Yes,
wrong. That's so wrong.
Yeah, I turned around to the guy and said, I've just lost my Willie.
Oh no.
So
And
yeah,
I'm sure they know what you mean, but to anybody who's out of the organisation would be like, "What?"
yeah. So what are you talking about? What's this Willie person you're talking about?
So it doesn't like have some sort of weight on your mind that you've now got this responsibility, this kind of honor, as it were, to look after something that's quite symbolic.
No, not really. I like if I see an event come up that Frontier are holding, uh, like just before the pandemic started. Um, One of the developers was going to do a charity run from England to France,
Wow.
and the idea was you had to have a car that cost no more than £500,
Oh,
and you were
Top Gear.
and you were to drive from England to France with a few side events going on and stuff like that.
Right.
And I sponsored the car. I found a car that she can drive, and I fixed it all up and put graphics along it and all everything else like that.
This is
Just for
your actual profession, isn't it, as well?
cars, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I run a garage, but my main speciality is bodywork.
There you go.
So, but I sponsored the car, and the idea was Little Willie was going to join her as a sort of like a roving reporter for the event.
Right.
So every time you saw a video of the event, it would be Little Willie doing the talking.
Oh, that would have been cool. Just a bit like the Muppet Show and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That sort of thing. That was the idea.
Yep.
And well, that fell through because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to carry on, we still don't know. I'm still waiting to find out about that. But yeah, if there's an event going on and I can get Little Willie to it, then he will be there.
Have they actually requested that you if you're coming along, if they say, "Hey, Sean, if you're coming along, could you bring Little Willie?"
Yes, I have a couple of times. And I sometimes feel like they're only inviting me because of Little Willie.
Well, the thing is, you own him, so you can't have one without the other, can you?
Nah, and I thought I'd done my way with kids. Now I've got another one.
Yeah, one that you bought.
Yeah, well, I paid for.
Or I should
stupid
say that one you've earned. You really have earned it. I mean, some of the stuff that you've done a lot of charity work and stuff like that, and some of the awards you've got some of the recognition you've got has just been absolutely fantastic, I have to say.
Yeah, it's never expected
No.
that. I know that sounds like I'm just saying that, but it is actually true. I'd never expect any kind of comeback. But yeah, I've actually got a shelf full of stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Do you have actually copies of the ones that you make for other people? Because you not only receive, but you also give, or you produce the awards for Hut and Truckers and such things as well, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do a lot.
I have one that you
models.
made for us. I quickly get it. It is. Oh no, where did I put it? Oh, it's lower down. That's right. I have this one. As for the people who don't know, I myself, Almighty Sharkster, who we've had on the stream, and Hell's Fate. We teamed up as Hell's Almighty Sin, which is a team for PlayStation, and we joined this competition, and it was like a 15-week duration competition. It's a knockout contest, so you know you could get knocked out really early in the game, but we actually made it almost to the finals, which we weren't even thinking about doing. And because of what we'd done, Nocty was like, I've got something cooking, but I don't quite know yet. Need a bit of information without giving too much away. And I think you guys deserved this, even though you didn't win. And he 3D printed a PlayStation 4 for all three of us. It does have the PS4 logo on it as well, with PlayStation symbols across the top. And I mean, it's even super detailed. Camera's not, there you go. Super detailed on the back for the ports and everything like that. And he did this on the greatness of his heart. And this is what he does. This is what he does for everybody that, you know, even needs it or asks for it. The guy is like so humble. I mean, you've heard him, like, nothing is expected, nothing, you know, he does it all for, you know, nothing. I mean, I say he does it all for nothing. There are obviously things don't come free, you know, stuff to produce things like this, for instance, or the muggies that he does and stuff, other various different awards. That it's not free. He does get donations. We actually did a charity fundraise thing for him to get his 3D printers back up and running, because he was printing out medical supplies in the pandemic for the NHS, having 6 3D printers running, and two of them are broke down, and we raised enough money to get one fixed, and the other one was, you know, kind of almost there, but we also actually raised enough money to get him some materials so that he could carry on doing the good work he does. And like I say, he does this for absolutely no return whatsoever. Just too much of a humble guy, really is. But this is the stuff he does for other people. Sorry about that. I just had to plug you, mate. That sounds wrong.
I don't know.
That sounds wrong. I don't want to plug you, no. But you know, I mean, you don't like to blow your own trumpet. Like, say, you're very humble. You don't like to brag. You certainly don't like to be called famous or want to be maybe known as famous, but not be recognized as famous in various fields and stuff like that. But you know, some of the shout out, you deserve the shout outs. You deserve all of the shout outs, you know.
Yeah, earlier on in the years, I hate bringing up elite, but that is what actually made me where I am now, elite. But I was very foreground in the early years. You know, I had the Twitch stream. I was in with Frontier Developments, Hut and Truckers. So I was almost a face of everything. And it got to the stage where it got too much.
Yeah.
You know, I'll come home from work and I've got 50 messages on one chat screen 20 messages on another chat screen. The Facebook group was full of messages, and I was spending all my time trying to go, yeah, do this, do that, do the other, answer all the questions and everything like that. Then I had to become the face, and it became a job. And it's a job I wasn't getting paid for. It wasn't a hobby. It wasn't fun. It was a job. So I actually just pulled the hammer down. I went, no, that's it. I shut Twitch down. I shut a few other things down. And I became a background worker instead of a foreground worker. So I was still working for everybody, but I wasn't the face anymore, which did become quite a release, actually.
So you became. Would it be right to say that you became a has-been?
Yeah. Yeah,
so, and you were
I still get
you were happy with the has-been because you know what you've done. You've been there, you've done it, and you actually got away from it.
Yeah, I didn't walk away from it totally. I just took a different side of it.
Yeah. You escaped the predicament or the situation that you were in. Like you're saying, it was a job. You weren't getting paid for it. When people say it becomes a job, it's because we're trying to say that something you enjoyed doing and now it becomes a job you really don't enjoy doing it. In fact, you lose a lot of interest in it.
Yeah, I was hardly switching the game on.
Right.
I was too busy answering all the chats.
Yep.
And by the time I finished that, it was 10 o'clock.
Yep.
At night.
Yep.
And all I wanted to do was go to bed.
Yeah.
I was knackered.
Yep. And then you'd look at it on the next day and go, well, I got nothing done that I wanted to get done. Today we're going to crack on and we're going to get it all done. And then you find out it just happens. The same thing happens again.
Yeah, it's like Wednesday last week. There's 5 categories now in Elite since the update. There was only 3. Trade, combat, and exploration. They were the main 3 that you're supposed to gradually rank up to Elite. That is the highest rank. Now, I've been playing this since 2014, and I've only last Wednesday I got my 2nd Elite.
Ooh, nice.
Out of the 3 main.
Nice. Well done.
I actually posted it just because I don't gun for the ranks. If it happens,
it just happens, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not interested in gunning for it. I'm not hunting for it. And I actually posted the celebration. Yeah, I just got my 2nd Elite, and a lot of the guys tell me, says, "I'm surprised. I thought you were triple Elite, quadruple this, that, and the bloody other."
Time, mate.
No. For about 4 years, I never had time to even go, oh look, there's the game.
You could have easily thrown yourself into it like you have done before in the past and actually got to that kind of rank that those people were talking about. But do you think you would lose interest in once you'd done that?
A little bit, yes. I think I can't lie about that. Yeah, I suppose for a lot of people, I don't know if you feel the same when you do your games, but when you hit the target, is there any reason to really carry on?
Yeah, it's exactly what happened to me with trophy hunting. I set out to be the top 1,000 trophy hunter in the world, or be in the top 1,000 in the world, United States and England, and I cracked that. I managed to do it in 3 years, and when I started that journey, I was like brutally honest, saying, would I go any further? Who knows? Let's see what happens when we get there. And then when I actually got there, it was like, okay, now I'm feeling like the pinch of to keep up with it, you have to put in quite a bit of money or grab all those useless games that are even though they're easy trophies and easy hell of a lot of points and stuff, you have to get those to keep up with the other people who are getting them that you're behind. If you don't, you're going to drop. And I found that it was just starting to take over my wallet, not put me in debt or anything like that, but I was starting to purchase more and more frequently, as opposed to, you know, every time the sale came round. If it was something that I thought worthwhile, then I would get it. If it wasn't, then, you know, because you kind of have a sense that it's either going to be a waste of money or a good deal. And I was starting to actually pick up waste of money because I had to, because in order to keep up with those people, because we were getting into the big people, or reaching the stratosphere or hemisphere of the big people. And it felt good to be up there. It felt good to get the recognition. Or, you know, we had some really, really nice trophy hunters come into the stream and chat with us. A good couple of high-ranking trophy hunters as well. Made good friends with them, and it was quite fun to do. But then, like I say, it was becoming a little bit of a struggle with the money, definitely the time. Because I have a family and stuff, and I also have a full-time job, which is anti-social hours, so I can't really play the normal time of everybody else's playtime and stuff. And then only having like 5 hours to play, they go to work, and that was pretty much it. I was work, go to bed, play for 5 hours, go to work, go to bed, and that was it. And now all my time has been shifted from the gaming. I have not touched a game in like 9 weeks, and it's all gone into eBay because I need to get rid of my Star Wars stuff in order to invest money back into the Lego side of things. And then,
which is your new project.
Yeah, and that will start in 2023. So I'm building the inventory that has. So here's how it works. Lego sets will retire after a certain amount. Now it can be up to 13 months. It can be up to 3 years of them being on the shelf before Lego decides to say, yeah, we're pulling the plug. We're not going to make these anymore. Doesn't mean to say they're not making the bricks anymore. It's just that they're not going to be printing out the boxes. They're not going to be printing out the instructions. They're not going to be printing out the sticker sheets or printed bricks. But the bricks will still be produced. It's just that when you're not going to be able to be buying that set off the shelf anymore. Once it's gone off the shelf, it will be gone. Now, this is where the investing side of it comes in, because you hold on to it for a year, which is what I'm doing with this lot. This lot, everything that was on my shelf is retired. Because if you buy before retired, then it's going to be on your shelf a lot longer, just waiting to retire and then shift it. Whereas this has been sitting on the shelf. It'll take, probably about 6 months, 4 months before it's ready to go. And I say reason why it's ready, it is all ready to go now. It could go now anytime. But my eBay site where I sell my Star Wars stuff, I'm not a reseller. I'm not a trader. I'm not a business. I am somebody selling my own private personal stuff. Until all that's gone, then I will transfer it over to being a business account, because you have to legally do that if you want to become a reseller. And even though we're holding on to the sets for X amount of months, maybe a year, some people look at it at reselling, but there's a big difference between reselling and investing. Investing is where you hold it until you feel it's ready to go. So very much like buy low, sell as high as you possibly can. And so that ain't going to kick off until next year. I'm hoping, because that will be the time that I would have cleared everything that I need to sell on eBay before turning into a business account. So yeah, that's kind of how that works.
But you actually understand and you actually felt that once you reach a target, is there any reason to go carry on?
Yeah, and I was brutally honest when I made the video saying that we're done. And I actually thought I was done streaming as well. And it wasn't until I thought, I love chatting to people and stuff like that. Maybe I should do something where I'm just chatting. And it seems to be pretty good. And it's not on a scheduled basis. I pop up if I've got time, I'll pop up and I'll be on for about 2 or 3 hours. It's like at the moment we've been on 1 hour and 1.5 hours almost. And which is pretty short for me at the moment. But whereas when we were doing gaming,
anybody to hear my voice.
This is it. No, it's a real pleasure and a nice thing to have you on, and people actually getting to meet you or hear you and stuff like that. Get to have a voice to the name, not so much the face, because not a lot of people know what you look like because there's not many pictures. No, there's not many pictures of it. And when you're on stream, no, you don't show it, do you? You're an avatar.
Yeah, I used to be. I've actually cancelled that now because I've actually been rebuilding my stream files. So a lot's changed.
Are you still going to be an avatar, or are you actually going to be yourself?
I'm going to be neither.
Oh, okay.
I've actually got rid of it completely.
Okay.
Because I've added a lot of gimmicks to the stream now, where if I put a face or an avatar, it will just get in the way.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of funky coding going on that I've done with my stream.
So I know that because we're talking about streaming, I know that you said earlier on that you stopped streaming because you wanted to get away from the person that you were known as and stuff like that. What made you decide to pick it back up again? Not professionally, but just pick it back up again.
Well, not that I stream that often anyway, because it is very random. But it was you.
Ah. No. Shit.
Yeah, it's your fault. It's all your fault.
Okay. All right. So what was it about me? Was it just like I talked you into it, held a gun to your head, or what?
Yeah, you pinned me down, shoved me up the arse, and said,
"No,
do it." But
no.
No. What it was is actually when I actually found out you were streaming.
Yeah.
And then did I offer or did you ask about doing overlays or stuff like that? I can't remember what happened there.
I was talking about overlays and stuff like that, and I was looking into various things because Streamlabs, Stream Elements have them and stuff, and I was struggling with them. And then you were like, "Oh, I can do those."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think I'm stupidly offered.
Yeah, it was just basic things like camera frames and stuff like that. Nothing too technical. And then it really got well, I wouldn't say it got technical. It got really good. It made my stream look fantastic with the overlays that you get, that you did for us and that.
Yeah, but along with that, I had to learn all the different. I decided to learn all the different stream formats, like Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Studio.
Yeah.
Because I haven't touched them in years, so I didn't know what they could do, what they could handle, and stuff like that.
Yep.
So with making the overlays, I had to learn the programming.
Yeah.
And along with that, I had to do a lot of testing.
Yep.
And find out which one works best for me. So the only way I could do that is actually stream it. So doing stuff for you, like the emotes and the overlays, got me back into sort of streaming again.
Okay.
So that's what brought me back. I'm very irregular. I will stream when I'm not pissed. Well, actually, no.
I actually thought it was the other way. I thought it was the other way. Yeah, because I mean, when you're on, it's like holy shit, and everybody's there.
Yeah, and I quite like it actually. Back in the day, I think I topped out at 600 per stream. Not trying to boast or anything like that.
No. It's just that was how popular you was.
Yeah, it was popularity. It was a new game. It hadn't been officially released, so everybody was interested in what was going on. I just hit the right time. I was lucky.
This was also the time in the stream, with the progress of the actual platform was where you had to pay like a subscription or something. Was there a subscription to? Because it wasn't called Twitch at the time, was it?
No, it was. Oh God, I forgot what it's called now.
No, I can't remember. It's a name, isn't it?
Yeah. I've totally forgotten.
Yeah, but I
But
thought
it
there
was
was
about
like in the early stages there was like a subscription that you paid to be an affiliate or something like that.
none of that stuff really existed back then. You didn't have partners, you didn't have
No.
affiliates, you didn't have subscriptions or bits like you got now, where people could pay something towards the streamers. That didn't exist. You were hang on, Mike, mute for a minute.
Mic mute. Oh, so have we still got Belch with us? No, it's probably muted.
Yeah.
Ah, there you are. So Belch, quickly tell us what you've been doing, because you've been doing some exams, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got my exam results on what, Thursday.
And
Yeah.
you were kind of okay with them. I would have been ecstatic with them, but there you go.
No,
But you're a bit more of a
I've come to
higher
terms.
achiever, aren't you?
I've come to terms that I'm really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I set my expectations for myself, so
Yes.
I sort of sort of expect the best from myself. You know what I mean?
Push yourself a bit hard.
Yeah, I think everyone has to at some point in life, don't they? So I think, yeah,
I'm probably the only one who
with the
doesn't.
upbringing I've had as well. So yeah, I can. Yeah, that's probably why I do push myself to the limit sometimes.
What's the next stage for after you've done these exams? So have you got any more planned?
I've got about 9 or 10 course pieces of work left to do in the next 6 weeks. Then I finish my college course and I'm going off to university.
Yay! And it's the university you've been aiming for, isn't it?
Yeah, Staffordshire. I was gonna go. I was looking at London, Loughborough, and stuff like that. And I could get into Loughborough with the grades I've got,
Uh-huh.
but like to travel there and then live there, I don't have the finances for it. So being local just suits me more.
Yeah, and this one's like well in your budget and stuff.
Oh yeah, because I can live at home with this one.
Yeah.
I can live at home, so I'll be going to I'm still working at the college, but it's joint with Staffordshire University. So
Nice.
it'll be in the Staffordshire. It'll be a Staffordshire Uni course on not on the Staffordshire Uni campus, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. What sort of subjects are you going to be pursuing in that further down the line thing?
So it's the same as what I'm doing now. Realistically, it's more management based.
Right.
Like as you know, I used to be a football manager for a local team, so I used to. It'll be sort of going down that line again. Hopefully, going back down the coaching sort of route.
Yeah, because you're a bit more of a sports. Not, I wouldn't say. Well, you're a sports enthusiast, but your interest back in school and stuff like that was sports and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was sports. I was more sport based. I mean, I've always been into football, so I think that's where I got my sport sort of personality from. But I was always like graphic design as well. I mean, at school I was doing graphic design. So,
okay, that's a bit different. I didn't know about that.
No, yeah, not a lot of people do. I mean, I did graphic design at school. Got one of the best in the year in my final exams at like high school for it.
Congratulations.
I did it in my first year of college, but sort of fell out with it. I sort of found it a bit boring eventually, and it was always the same sort of stuff. So like logo designs and website designs, and I just found it a bit boring over the time. So I just sort of give up with it. Then sort of sat down with my mum, sort of spoke to her, and went, "Oh, I want to go down the sports route." So I applied for sport the next year at college. Both said yeah. And now I'm going off to university.
Fantastic. That is
cool. I've always like I said, like I used to do graphics, so it was don't get me wrong, at high school it was quite fun, but I suppose that's the people in the class as well. You get what I mean? Like
yes.
You like at work, like if you go like when you go to work, you probably have mates there which make it more enjoyable.
Yeah.
And at school I sort of had them people, whereas at university, at college at the moment, I'm more focused on myself. At lunch, I don't go out and get something to eat. I go into the spare room and study in the teachers' offices and stuff. I sort of fallen out with the people around me, sort of thing, because I'm more focused on my future.
Yeah.
I mean, the people around me go, "Oh, let's go on nights out. Let's go do this."
I wouldn't say that's like falling out with somebody. I would say
I
that's
saw,
more like closing
but
yourself
just
off from that side of
fell out
things.
of it. I was
Yeah, you
like,
fell out of it,
doing
not
that.
fell out with them.
I'm ruining my. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I mean, I sort of spoke to my mates recently because they wanted me to go out this weekend, and they're on about it on Thursday. They messaged me on the day off, and I was like, look, I'm really not into it because on that Thursday I was studying, and then Friday morning I had to wake up and study again. I had a bit of an assignment I needed to finish off, and then I was in college Friday morning as well. So I was like, I'm having to juggle stuff around,
Yeah,
and I sort of like you said, I sort of shut myself away from that sort of lifestyle.
yeah.
So yeah.
Is there a light at the end of the tunnel for you, just for a brief bit?
I'm hopefully going back into coaching during the break between college and university.
Is this for the
Which
same
could be
team that
fun.
you were with before, or is this a new thing?
I've spoken to multiple teams, like under 10s teams, like under 9s. I've spoken to quite a few. The under 10s team, which I did used to coach for, the managers changed, like the managers moved on, so they want me to sort of meet the new manager, see if I can go from there, see what they say, see if we share the same ideas from the club. But there's other teams as well which are a lot more higher up, which have monitored what I did at the club originally, and they've said that they want to see me go to there. So it's just me starting to decide which team's better for me, which is more suited.
Would you go like for the higher teams or the underdogs and just try and actually work with them and bring them up to being out of the underdog status?
That's a good question because I suppose I've thought about it in the past. I mean, I don't know. It's difficult for it's different for everyone really. Because I think I would love to make an underdogs not be underdogs anymore. You get what I mean? Like you go to a game and like, oh, you're the underdogs, and you know you're not the underdogs, and you go against that team and you batter them, and you go around and shake their hands and go, oh, fair play, well done, good game.
Yeah.
But I know that I've made them not the underdogs, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but people still look down on you.
Yeah.
So I'd love to do that, but then if I went to a higher graded team sort of thing and higher up in the league, I suppose it'd be nice to coach more high developed players. And maybe I could gain more off their coach as well.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the best coach in the world. I'm still at college at the same time. So for me, it would be better for me to develop off them. But I'd also like to develop a team myself and go, right, I've made you what I can. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you actually trained an underdog to become even mid-range, that's gonna give you a shed load more experience and achievement, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the team I used to coach were the underdogs quite a lot, and I got them into winning ways. I changed the formation, changed the tactics. My manager didn't agree with it, to be honest. I'll be open. The manager didn't really like it. He sort of tried to retaliate, but
it worked.
Yeah, exactly. It worked. Like, I mean, I've been a firm believer. Like the coach does the talking and the training, and the manager just follows what the coach does. The manager's sort of like the be all and end all, but then the coach does the talking and the work to give the manager sort of tactics to do. I mean, you don't see, in my opinion, you don't see Thomas Tuchel do the training on the training pitch. It's always the coaches in front of Thomas Tuchel which do it, and then give the information to Thomas Tuchel, if that makes sense. At Chelsea or whatever team you support, I don't think it's the manager. I think it's the coaches which do the work and then tell it to give that information to the manager.
So that would make you. Does that make you a liaison then?
Yeah, what do you mean by that sense?
Between the actual manager and the team, you're kind of liaison for the manager.
The middleman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Even though you're like the main man, because you're the one who's just doing all the voice. You're giving all the training, giving all the commands and the meetings and everything like that. Because obviously you do like the trainings and stuff like that. But it's all coming from the manager.
Well, when I joined the team, sorry, carry on. No, you can.
It's the same in any job though. You think about it. You know, if you're what's the word for it? You're not the worker. You're the middleman between the manager and the workers. I've forgotten the word. supervisor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, well,
it's the same sort of thing.
first...
You know, you're taking what the guys above you want us to do, and you're transferring it to the guys below you.
Yeah, you're basically
so
representing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're making your own interpretation in between.
Yeah, taking their ideas and then throwing yours in there and making it look like your idea.
Giving it that slight little twist just to make it.
The manager at the start. I suppose I sort of made it my own. I mean, when I first joined, the manager didn't really. He was new to the club anyway, and the manager was, and he sort of had his own tactics. He wanted to go very defensive, counter-attacking. And I sort of went, no, we're doing this. It's better for us. We've got quite a young team. I mean, they're under 10, so every team was under 10s. But they're young, quick, athletic. They can run the pitch. And I basically said, no, constant press, high press, getting the ball, counter-attack it long, and sort of get the goals that way. And the defence just sort of stay back, play the offside trap, and so on and so forth. And I was the one which organised the meetings with the managers. I mean, I remember there was a game. It was the first game of the team, first game of the league, and we went to this location where the pitch was, and the manager went, "Oh, I'm going on the pitch. I'll coach the team on the sideline." And I said, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll sit and watch," because you can only have one at the time because of COVID on the touchline.
Yeah.
So, and it was I think it was about 25, 30 minutes a half because of the age group. And about 10 minutes in, the manager just looked at me and went, "I can't do it." And I went, "Well, get off the pitch, get off the sideline, I'll get on." And the players looked at me at half time and commented and goes, "Why were you shouting?" And I'm going, "Look, you need to do this, do this, and you'll win." And we were 2-0 down at the time, and I remember it. And I said to the striker, because I'm not, for a 10-year-old, he was a bit big and he didn't really have a lot of pace. So I was still saying, "Look, stay on your man, push him a bit, like, not like get fouled or anything, don't foul him, but sort of stay on him. Constant pressure, you'll get the ball feeded to you and you just shoot it." A bit like Harry Kane does for England. He doesn't really run onto it, he just gets it and shoots. And we did it and we scored 4. And it was the most amazing thing ever because the team just looked at me and went, like, I remember one player come up to me at the end and goes, like, "Thank you, like you've helped us." So that the manager did. Yeah, and the manager didn't really like that though, because I remember the manager used to take me to the games. He used to pick me up, and the manager said on the way home that he didn't like the way I played, he didn't like the style I did and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I've always said that he was inferior to me because he didn't have a coaching qualification behind him, where I've had one from college.
Yeah.
So he didn't really understand what I was sort of doing. He didn't really understand my style of play, and I think he sort of felt inferior.
Yeah, there's nothing like somebody coming in and telling you what to do when they don't even have the qualification or they've had no experience or time put in and tell you what to do. It's like, I hate that.
I can fully relate, actually, not to the same category. You know, I don't do the sports thing and that lot, but with the garage, I've got my landlord who's above me. He actually he owns the place. He's basically my boss, even though we're sort of partners in the actual company. I class him as my boss. So every day he looks at the diary and he goes, "Right, we got this, and this. I want that, and this, that, and the other done." I go, "Yeah, okay. So when are you fucking off for your coffee? See you later. Bye." And then he'll come back in and he goes, "Well, I didn't ask you to do that. I didn't ask you to do that." And I said, "Yeah, but the job's done, isn't it?"
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as long as you get the jobs done, and then if you do more, then you do more. You get what I mean? That's what I said.
Yep.
That's what I go by. Like, even when coaching, it was always, I'll do what you think I need to do, and then I will do more. And that's what I did, and the team saw that and appreciated that.
It's a very similar sort of thing. You know, someone tells you what they want, but you put your twist on it and you actually make it better.
Yeah.
You know, and every time he comes in, he's very, very old school. Everything's old school run. he does not like technology one bit.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Trying to transfer wages and all that lot to my account so I can actually pay everybody. So that takes about an hour. Where for me, you, Sean, we'll go bang, 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 bang. There you go. Money's transferred. Go and pay everybody.
Get the abacus out.
Yeah, he is. He is actually down to an abacus and saying, well, you worked that many hours, so I'll move that dial over there, so you get that much.
You get this many beads.
Yeah.
What beads?
I could, but that's what makes you progress, not only in yourself, but in the eyes of everybody else. They actually see you actually taking what you've been told everybody wants you to do, and put your twist on it, your ideas on it,
your initiative,
your planning, and make it either. Sometimes it comes out worse.
Yeah.
So what? You've learned something from it.
Exactly. As long as you learn something from it, it's never a bad thing, in my opinion. I mean, you could do that in anything. As long as you learn from the mistake instead of go, you'll be all right. Yeah, no. Then you deserve what you get. But if you've learned something and you're actually going to go, okay, well, that happened last time. I'm not doing that this time. What I'm going to do is I'll make some countermeasures so it doesn't happen. And if it does happen, then I'm ready for it.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not sure how it works with Belch's thing, because it is a different category, but things are very similar.
Yep.
I actually book out the diary for the work I know that can be done in mind, not physically, in mind.
Yep.
I could book a job in for a lower wishbone job. I know that will probably take half an hour to do normally. But there's always those one jobs that come in. Oh, I'll just book a wishbone in. Yeah, not a problem.
Find out
wishbone comes in,
there.
and you find out it's got a crushed subframe.
Mm-hmm.
The bolts won't come undone.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. So that half-hour job is now just turned into 2-hour job.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite similar in the football world. I can't lie. I mean, I remember going up to coaching. It was a couple of sessions in, and some kid forgot his boots. And I've organised a coaching session. But this kid's forgot his boots. His parents have gone off to Morrison's to do doing the weekly shop, and he's left with no boots. His kit's dirty. He has no boots, and I was there. I felt quite sorry for him, really. And I sort of said, right, I've now got to plan another session just for you, because health and safety in my eyes is the most important thing ever.
Absolutely.
And I can't let a kid train with another 9 kids which are wearing shin pads and boots.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid had shin pads, but he doesn't have boots, so he can't do it in my eyes.
Yeah.
So I had to organise another session, and that took me another 10 minutes on the spot to go like, right, what do I do? Because it's quite hard to think of a session which one kid can do on his own. And he was doing the complete opposite thing to this other, like, to the rest of the team. I mean, the other team, like the rest of the team, like over another 9 players, were doing this offside trap drill, like defensive. And this other kid, which I had to do, I had to organise both sessions basically, and then this one kid on his own was just doing dribbling between cones.
Right.
And I was there going, but in my eyes, I shouldn't have to put up with that. But I then did, and I feel like the parents on the side, like the parents which were there at the time, saw that I was fully focused on it,
proactive on it.
Yeah.
Instead of just like having the kids standing in the corner doing nothing, and then they're like, "Why is there a player doing nothing?"
You made the best of a situation.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't want to come across sexist, but Naz is a girl and she couldn't really make a pass. She couldn't really do anything, so I had to organise sessions for her as well. And I mean, her dad come up to me complaining one time, and I sort of had to be professional about it, because we had a match at the weekend, and it weren't until the following training sessions where her dad complained, and dad come up to me and goes, "You don't appreciate my daughter being here." And I said, well, what do you mean? Like, she's doing the best she can at this moment in time. She isn't up to the rest of the team's level. I give her 15 minutes game time in a game which was an hour long, 30 minutes each way. And, well, I mean, that's a quarter of the game. You get what I mean? Like, in my eyes, I think that's decent time for a person which isn't fully developed.
Yep.
And this dad was going, oh, well, I disagree. I'm going to take my daughter out of the team. And I was there going, look, give me time, and your daughter will become a part of the actual main first team. I understand she's 10 and she should get she should get equal amounts of time, but there's also a point in the league where you need to actually start winning the games. And she played 15 minutes, come off the pitch. But she was one of those people as well where when the ball come to her, she was sort of scared of it and she started crying and she went off. And I remember she went off and she started crying to her dad, going, "Oh, I didn't like it anyway." And I sort of felt like her dad was pressuring her into it.
Yeah.
So, and then her dad started complaining to me and then wrote a big complaint about the club. And it sort of put pressure on my eyes, and I was like, "Oh, what do I do? Like,
Yeah.
I'm under a bad light here."
Yeah.
But then all the other parents, I sort of had confirmation that all the other parents sort of agreed with what I did. I mean, there was a group chat then made afterwards. I made a big group chat for all the parents, all the players, and all like the manager and the other coach member, and we all had a big discussion in it. I sort of set up registers because the other manager did nothing basically. I set up registers for who attended, who didn't. Because in my eyes, if you attended the sessions, then you should be the main priority in the game. And if you didn't attend, then why should I start you if you can't make time for the sessions? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
you get what you put in, basically. If you don't put in anything, then you don't really, you're not going to be expected to be used all that much.
Exactly. So I sort of, I mean, like I said, I sort of did everything, and then I had to give it up because of college workload, and I regret it. But hopefully at the end of this college year, I can get back into it.
Yeah.
Which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to get back.
I remember you told me quite a few times when we've talked about this in the chat itself, as opposed to audio, that you are. Yeah, we had a really good conversation about when I first met you, and that you were thinking about it, and I said, that sounds like a pretty good idea to look into it and stuff. And then you started to get excited about it and stuff. You were. It didn't seem like you were on like the 100% positive thought about going back into it after what happened and how it made you feel. And now you're plugging in on your exams and stuff, and now you're working towards exams and subjects that will put you back in that line, but with a much stronger knowledge of how to manage, how to run a team or anything. And it's kind of giving you a little bit more of a purpose, personally.
Yeah, I think I agree with you 100%. I mean, when I did graphic design, going back to that, I sort of did it for the sake of it. I sort of attended the lessons at college, not really knowing where I was, not really sounds a bit cliche, but I weren't really knowing who I was personally. I walked into college and was like, why am I here?
Yeah.
I don't know who I am. Like, this isn't me. I shouldn't be doing this.
I went to college. I knew exactly why I was there. It was the drugs, the parties, and the drink.
Fair enough.
That's the only thing college was for back in my day.
I mean, but I used to walk in. I used to be like, why have I walked 20 minutes to this college? I'm not even enjoying myself.
Yeah.
And I remember saying to a teacher, like, I'm not mentally stable at this college in this course. Like, I don't enjoy it. I'm here because one of my mates is in the course. And I sat next to him, and I remember you saying to him as well, like, I might not come to college like tomorrow. I don't enjoy it. I mean, I passed the course like with 1 year of it. It was meant to be a 2-year course, but you could do it for a year if you really wanted, and I passed it. But it wasn't something I was proud of. I was sort of like, yes, I've got a good grade in it, but I'm not enjoying it. I didn't enjoy it. Why did I do it? I mean, I look back now, and if I did sport for the first year instead of the graphic design course, I'd be in university now. I'd be finishing my first year of uni. So I sort of look back and I sort of dwell on it and go, I wish I didn't do it.
You say you dwell on it. It's only like a year or so that you've missed out on it. So it's not like 3 years. It's not like 5 years or something like that. It's just a year. That's not too bad. You haven't lost too much time.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, I look at it as well. I've seen the positives in it as well. Like in that year, I've matured a lot more. Like with my college work, when I used to come home from college, I used to go, oh yeah, I'll go play FIFA 21 or whatever on the Xbox, or go play a bit of GTA, and I'd wrap like my assignments and stuff just sort of wrapped up, and it was like, oh, I'll do that now. and I used to leave it to the last like day or like 2 days to do. When now I come home from college, a lot more mature, I get straight on it. I mean, I had an assignment due in. I had an assignment given to me the other day, and it's due in like 2 weeks, and I've already near enough finished it. And it's like now I've got another couple like a week and a half left where it's near enough done.
Yeah.
I can enjoy myself on the Xbox. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I've got another 9, maybe 10 assignments left in the next 6 weeks, and then I finished it. But I can guarantee now I've already started 4 of those 9 or 10 assignments.
Yeah.
And I just feel a lot more focused. I feel like I understand myself a bit more. And yeah, I mean, I'm going through a lot of changes in life, with family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I've been going through for the last 5 years, 5-6 years. I mean, when I was 14, I found my dad cheating on my mum, so that was a big shock.
Yeah, that
sort
would.
of had
Yeah, I can imagine. I think we've all been there.
Yeah,
exactly. So it's sort of that was a big shock. I'm still going through that now because my dad still blames me for it sometimes, and like why you moved out of the house, and he was like, "Oh, if you didn't tell your mum, I'd still be living with you," and all this. And I'm like, I'm happy where I am, but then I still get that on the phone sometimes, and I sort of get pressure from my dad because he isn't happy with where I am. I mean, my dad's always been like, you need to be a mechanic. And there's a lot of money in mechanics. Be a mechanic.
See, so
No,
your dad,
no, there isn't.
your dad is the little girl's dad. You know, the 10-year-old girl that you were saying that she doesn't quite know how to play yet, and you only gave her 15 minutes on the pitch and stuff. Your dad's her dad to you.
No, yeah, 100%. It was like a spitting image when I spoke to him. He sort of said the same stuff as my dad. It was sort of a bit manipulating, if that makes sense. Like it was just the way I spoke to him. It just reminded me exactly how he is.
Yeah.
But I've always grown up, and it's like at the moment as well.
Before you go any further,
obviously, if you've got
don't forget this is actually going as a live video podcast. So if you're happy to carry on talking about it, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
I can talk about it,
yeah. At the end of the day, people are going to be watching this and hearing it.
And hearing it, yeah. No, we're like almost hitting the 2-hour mark, so we're going to wrap it up pretty soon.
No, that's cool.
Fuck off,
yeah, it's not like the 5-hour like broadcasts that we used to do with the games and stuff. I want to crack out with a bit more eBay stuff for sure, and I got a lot of Lego sorting to do and a bit of tidying up. And I've got to go and introduce myself to the bathtub at some point as well.
Oh, not the aftershave again.
No, not the aftershave. No.
The exploding aftershave.
The exfoliating scrubby thing that cleans skin. I'm kind of scared of it.
So what have you been up to then, Sam? Like in this last week?
Just basically just the main things really. I've just been popping out a couple of videos. I've been wanting to do like 2 videos a week, so I've been keeping up with that actually, and I've been doing okay. You know, the kit that I did on stream that you followed right from the beginning, which was really, really cool, and chatting to us and stuff like that, supporting us as we were building it. Gave
I've been,
like
I've been
3
watching
days.
Those.
I've been watching them as well, and I've actually enjoyed them. I watched the first one and I was like, I mean, it's okay, it's long, but the whole thing was actually quite cool. Just watching it come together and stuff like that. And I've seen a lot of people do these speed build videos where it's just the thing builds itself. You know, they put a few bricks on, take a shot, put a few bricks on, take a shot, and then fast forward it so it looks like it's a film of the model building itself, which can be done in like 20 minutes or something like that. Fair enough.
I'm not a fan of those. It hasn't got the personal touch to it.
No, it doesn't have the personal
that,
touch,
like...
but also the longevity of somebody, the average longevity of somebody watching a YouTube video is 10 minutes.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was that long.
To be fair, I can
no, it's
YouTube video.
10 minutes. A couple of people do 20-minute videos, but you're very rarely going to get over like 20 minutes to half an hour videos unless you're watching mine.
If I get stuck with something and I search YouTube, I find a video, I watch what I need to know. That's it. Job done.
Mm-hmm. And some people don't even watch from YouTube itself. I mean, you go on the YouTube app and you've got like all those screens and it will show you what's going on the video without sound and stuff. Now you can tap to unmute, or you can tap the whole window to make for you to go in the channel. So you can watch it because they're doing subtitles with it automatically. And I do that a lot if I'm not actually wanting to watch the whole thing and I'm just wanting to see what it's about, because it gives you a kind of good idea. But then sometimes if it's about something and I actually get into it, I do or can find myself watching the video without going into their channel to watch it, which is bad. I think it's a bad thing. I think it should be just a preview thing, because it's going to stop people getting their channel visited or clicks on their channel as much. But on my analytics on my YouTube, they're all in green, which is like, wow. You know, even like the click-through rate is green. And I'm like, okay. And my most popular video is the Lego investing one at the moment. But quickly bringing up the rear is the Mclaren videos, which is really, really cool.
The Mclaren videos are really good. I mean, when I was watching them, I mean, don't get me wrong, the first one I thought, oh my God, it's 2 hours. It's quite long. But then I think the second part, third part were also 2 hours. So it made sense for it to be 2 hours.
Yep.
Which, after it all finished, it was nice to see it all come together.
Yeah,
you could see your personality while you were building it. I mean, you were showing it off. You were talking to the stream. You could see how you were, like how you presented yourself. It was very professional.
Right, and Nocti was saying actually that when he watched the first one, and he gave me a good few pointers, especially about the startup screen, about the camera angle, because even though the hands were coming in from the right hand of the screen, because I couldn't turn my camera around because I couldn't flip it. Well, I didn't realise that I had because if you have the camera locked on OBS, you can access some of the menu, but you can't access the flipping. So then I was like, oh, it's because I got the thing padlocked. So I unpadlocked it, and then I could rotate it, and it turned it around. But it made such a strange, it was stretched. And in order for me to fill the screen, I would have to really letterbox stretch it, and it looked awful. The hands looked awful. It was the hands more than anything else. So then I mounted my PlayStation Vita base, because my Vita sits in like a handheld system, so you can hold it better. I sellotaped that to my mic, as you probably see on the video here. This is like one of the handles, and the camera fits in here, so it was perfect for pointing down. But because it was on, I think it was either it was on a white background or it was just how close it is, it was really having trouble with light sometimes. But when I looked back at the videos, the light wasn't too bad. I was like, ooh, maybe it's, what I'm seeing is like a little bit different to what you guys are actually seeing, or because when I watched the videos back, I was like, that's really light enough. In fact, probably a little bit too light.
Yeah, I mean, so I've got a question for you then, right? And do you ever get paranoid streaming?
No, never.
Never, because when I used to do it, I mean, I only did it for a couple of days, and it was all right, but I used to get quite paranoid about.
Yeah, no, I actually remember you saying that. Yeah, I actually remember you saying, because I said, usually when someone new comes into the stream, it's like, oh, hey, Belch, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Do you play this game? Have you played this game? Are you a gamer? And then it's like usually what console or platform you're working on, and then it will be, do you stream? If you do, so I'll give you a shout out, and then we'll go to follow and check out your channel sometime. Thank you so much for coming by. That kind of thing, opening connection.
You got. What was actually making you paranoid, though?
Yeah.
I think it was the chat. Like, I didn't know if I was coming across like a bit boring, or I didn't know what the chat were thinking. So I was playing Football Manager 22, and I remember seeing commenting going, "Has this game got a sound?" And I was like,
"Oh yeah,
you didn't mean it,
I
really."
remember that." Yeah, I remember.
I was like, "Oh God, like, am I not getting viewers because I'm not like
No.
this game hasn't got a sound?" Then I remember streaming Valhalla, and I had quite a few people watching it.
Yep.
And I didn't know if I was like betraying two different characters while I was playing Football Manager and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because I mean, with sport and stuff, I feel like when I play Football Manager, I get quite professional, and sort of it's all in my head, and I sort of say everything in my head, so it's all me. Whereas on Valhalla, I'll just say it how it is. If it's on the screen, I'll just say it.
Yeah.
I'll just say what I see, really.
It's almost like Valhalla is your hobby and your fun, and when you play the football thing, your job brain kicks in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But also the difference between Valhalla and the Football Manager is Valhalla is a narrative-driven game. It's a story.
Oh, yeah.
It's a story-driven game, whereas Football Manager is a simulator.
It's a strategy.
Mm-hmm. It's a strategy. Well, yes, it's more of a strategy than a simulator as well. I mean, it's kind of simulating the management side of things, but not the outcome. The outcome is all the strategy, and if you get the right numbers, then you get this kind of figure and stuff like that. Simulator being like plane, train, boat, or anything like that is a little bit different to that kind of thing. Although there is a certain amount of management in it, but not as much as a sports management game or any kind of financial managing game.
It's like back when I found out Sin was streaming, I actually turned around and says, "Don't make it your job." Simple as that. Don't make it your job.
Yep.
It'll take all the fun away from it. If you're not having fun, the viewers would actually see the same. And
yeah,
they'll just
they
disappear.
will. They will. And this goes back to...
Also,
go on.
It's if you're aiming for viewers, then you're going to have to jump around a bit to actually get the right format for viewers. I was extremely lucky. Sim was quite lucky on one of his major gameplays, actually, because he actually hit 20, 30 people one game. I can't remember what the game was called.
It's probably got a...
Now, if he carried on with that game, that could have been a constant.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't suit what his role was as a trophy hunter. A trophy hunter
was
actually
that
jumping.
God of War, or was that the Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
No, I think it was God of War.
Assassin's Creed
It
Odyssey.
was God of War.
Yeah, I think it was God of War because Assassin's Creed. That's the thing I keep taking the piss out of, isn't it? So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was God of War where you hit quite high because it was not new but reasonably new.
No, hang on a minute. Was it God of War or no? Hang on a minute.
I think it was the second one. The second God of War.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That was a really good game.
Yeah, it was a good game
to watch.
I've never played it or watched it. So
it was a fantastic, absolutely fantastic game.
Become Human.
Detroit Become Human. Yes.
Oh, that was fantastic to watch.
Yeah, and it was one of those games where you could play like 2 or 3 times and get different outcomes and stuff. So that's what we did. We pursued that. That was a good session. Yes, Detroit Become Human.
From a streamer point of view, you got to think, what are you streaming for? Are you streaming for viewers? Are you streaming for money? Or are you streaming for fun?
Right.
If you're streaming for viewers, forget it.
Yep.
If you're streaming for money, forget it.
Well, I mean, if you're streaming for money, you have to go hardcore and you have to be a little bit like you have to be kind of like abusive, not abusive, but very forward, very bossy, very driven for like pledge some money or let's get some subs and stuff. I'll do this if you do this. If you give me 20 subs, then I'll do this. but that's because you're trying to make money. Yeah, we got some merch. Yeah, check out this. And you'd be plugging that every like 20 minutes, half an hour or something like that, instead of actually doing what you're supposed to be doing.
It's got to be a job.
You have to treat it as a business. Now, I was looking at that, but I was like, you know what? We're streaming for fun. And it actually started to go into the business side of things without even trying. Before you joined us, Belch, we were really starting to get very successful. Before I left the United States, we were hitting like 200 plus subs a time, which was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It basically supported the game, the whole gaming thing, and I was able to branch out and give things back. And which was the essential idea, was to do giveaways. But we started off with stuff that I owned first, and then we actually got to a point where I could go out and buy whatever game you wanted me to send you, but I had to platinum it first before it got sent out. But it would get signed and stuff like that and numbered, and we got to that point. And then as soon as we got to having to head back to the UK, I had been on downtime by about 4 or 5 months, and it damaged me so hard that when I came back, it was not the same. It was not.
Sorry, go on, Belch. Go on. No, you go.
Okay, so I was going to say, so if you were still in the States now and you didn't come back to the UK, would you still be streaming them? Like, do you think you'd still be doing gaming?
I would have been, and I would have almost been on the verge of, and I'm not lie about this, I would have almost been on the verge of doing part-time work as a full-time job, because the amount that I was getting back from Twitch and everything like that, it was good. It wasn't fantastic, but it was good,
Pocket money.
No, I fully understand.
It was pocket money, and my main job was just like, pay the bills. We were pretty well off with it. We were pretty well off.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say, when I first come to watch you when you were doing Odyssey, I mean, I just completed the game and I was like, I see who's playing it.
Yeah, I remember that.
See if I can sort of watch what they're doing, because obviously you got different endings to it.
Yeah.
And the way you welcome me and stuff into the
I
stream,
got a totally different ending to you did.
Yeah,
I got the nice walk away in the sunshine ending.
Yeah, but I mean, the way you welcome me into the stream, you sort of made me feel like I was a part of the community. And
that's how we that's what we do.
I know, but then I thought you had quite a lot of viewers. But then suddenly,
we had quite the big community network. In fact, it was shared between me and another streamer. He discovered me on a truck driving simulator game and asked me if I would like to partner up with him on a Discord. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know how to run it. He goes, neither do I. I was like, okay. And then I was telling a few people, and Nocty was like, go on, I'll do it for you. And I was like, all right, okay. So he started teaching us and stuff like that. But we did have an actual, I don't know if it was a PlayStation community as such, more of just like a massive group of friends from all over the world, different walks of life, different platforms, different interests, mainly gaming, but there was all sorts of other different interests and stuff, and our Discord was quite good. And then, without going into too much, something happened, and I didn't fall apart with the stream because that happened. I think I was here by that time. What fell apart for me was the downtime, unfortunately.
I get that. Do you think you'd have ever gone and made like merchandise if you stood?
Oh God, yeah. No, I would have been well on it. There would have been, definitely t-shirts and mugs, but it wouldn't have been like your cheap stuff. And there would have been, because we were constantly upgrading the stream. For the first couple of subs, or the payout that I got from Twitch, my first payout was going straight to a decent internet. So we'd gone from a pretty crummy internet, which was really bad, that we could barely stream with it buffering and stuff. So that was my first thing that I upgraded, was the internet. Then the second thing I upgraded was the equipment, like the boom mic, the camera. We got a new camera, which is the C920, and then we upgraded the screen. So then we got 2 screens instead of 1, and then upgraded to the HD60 capture card, because we were streaming directly off the PlayStation 4, so we didn't need a capture card at the time, so I wasn't using OBS. And my camera was my PlayStation 4 camera. It started right from rock bottom. Then I went to green screen, because now the C920 did the green screen and stuff, so I went and did a green screen thing, and that worked out pretty well. And then when I moved to a different place, because I was downstairs in the old house, and then when I moved upstairs, the green screen then came into effect a lot better. And then we were just starting to branch out with enhancing, changing emotes, changing layouts, changing all sorts of other things. So we're putting it all back into what you guys were getting out, what you guys were watching. And also, because we were a trophy hunter and people were supporting that trophy hunting habit or thing, I didn't have to buy games. The subs were paying for the games, and so I was putting it back into that. So we were constantly hitting and going up the ranks, like, lightning fast, because it was all coming in and supporting, and I just didn't have to do, I wasn't losing anything from pocket. I wasn't gaining anything, because that wasn't the purpose. The purpose was to put it all back into the stream. And as soon as that had all peaked, then I would probably do something like charity or something like that. It would not be a personal get rich off this kind of thing. What we wanted to do was make something of a community and probably get known. We wanted to be known for something. Mine was trophy hunting. And other people were just like community, and also the other people were just like helping out with other people in games, so like boosting and all sorts of other things. And then we were doing absolutely fantastically great. And if I'd have carried on, we would have been I don't know, we would have probably got a bigger place to live that could have like an actual sole streaming room, as opposed to like a shared bedroom or something like that. Because I started off like from a tiny little office space into, after my youngest daughter moved out and she went into, I think she stayed in Arizona. She just went into a different part of it, and her bedroom was available, which was a lot bigger than my little postage stamp office space. And so I moved into there, and that's when all the other bits and pieces came about. And we even had dance floor space, so people would make me dance, people would make me sing. This was before Twitch put it all on ban, which was it was hilarious, because we'd have people coming in. I remember Pog for the first time came in and joined, and he goes, what's he doing? And they were like, yeah, we just paid for him to do press ups, and then he's got to sing some Disney songs and stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, this is funny. So yeah, it was brilliant. We would, would I like to go back to those days? Heck yeah, because it was so enjoyable. I think if Twitch have left, if things didn't get silly with the record companies and stuff like that, and we still had the music, we still had the ability to sing, because we did karaoke a lot while playing games. Someone would like redeem some sort of thing, Twitch points that I have to do a karaoke song or something like that. I think it was called make Sin Sing, and then the other one was make sing dance, and then they would combo them. So now I have to sing and dance at the same time, and then I'd have a Stormtrooper helmet on, because they'd put Stormtrooper as the thingy, and then they would redeem, and they always did, every time I had the Stormtrooper on, they would always redeem hydrate, and I can't drink water with the helmet on, so it goes all over the helmet and stuff like that. So now they got this like singing, dancing Stormtrooper that's got water all over the place, and it was just amazing. It was a lot of good fun. There was a lot of gameplay in it as well, but for the most part, everybody was interacting with it, and it was. I would love to have gone back to those days, but I think the first act in our streams was that the music and the singing was banned.
One of the main things of being a streamer, at the end of the day, being a streamer is a commodity. You either liked or not liked. You could be great and no one's even worried about it. What was one of the very first things I told you, Sean, when you actually started streaming? Become a streamer or be a streamer. What was the first thing I actually told you?
It was a long time ago. It was either be yourself, or it was don't make it a job.
One more. Regardless of the amount of viewers you got, whether it's 1, 0, or 25.
yeah, talk, yeah, talk, because the statistics shows that there's like hundreds of thousands of people that will actually see you at this space of time, but it will only be one person, maybe two people who will actually say hello. You get lurkers, and people do like to lurk, and people hate being called out lurking, so I never call out anybody who's lurking or anything like that. But it was nice when somebody who's been watching and they would come in and say, "Oh, hello, Sin," and it's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Say Bulldog or something like that. Good to see you. Thank you very much for coming by. And then they would more often than not they would say, "Oh yeah, thanks. I've been watching your channel for a couple of times now, and I'd say hello." So there was a lurker that actually just wanted to say hello, and I like your content, or I like what I like this game, or I've always liked your for the most part, a lot of people like the banter that we have when Chris, Aid, Nocti, Hell's Fate, Sharky. I mean, we've had so much fun with Sharky. It's untrue.
Saturday nights were a nightmare.
The community nights were hilarious. They were brilliant. And then with gameplay plus the narration as well, it was just brilliant. We were something, but I always went in for it for the fun, and if we got money out of it, or we got something back out of it, it would always, and I vowed it would always go back in. It would always go back in, so that you can watch better stuff, so that you can be involved in developing what we had made, not what I had made, but what we had made, because I couldn't do it without anybody else. If it was nobody else, I'd still be in that little cupboard. I probably would not be in the UK, and a lot of things would have changed in different paths and stuff like that.
So, do you know we're streaming then in America? Because when you used to stream, like when you're gaming, I remember before you used to start streaming, at like 5 o'clock you used to go live, didn't you? So at like 4 o'clock I used to go back and watch a couple of your clips.
Yeah.
And there's one clip where you were making a Lego set, and someone told you to launch the Lego.
Yeet. And I had to. That was Sharky. That was Sharky that did that, and I got the big box of Lego on my lap, and because it was in my hands at the time, that's what you had to yeet. And I was like, I go yeet. And he goes, and they're like, yeah. And I'm like, right, this box of Lego? And I was like, no, I can't do that. And then I was like, fuck it. Straight over the shoulder. But there were other times where we'd, because I was upstairs and there was a balcony outside the sliding doors.
You threw something out the doors.
Oh, we threw something at the doors. We threw plastic bottles out of the window that we were trying to hit. And I was blindfolded as well. I'd lined up all these plastic bottles along the balcony top, with a little bit of water in so that they wouldn't blow off from the wind, just slight breeze. And then I would throw this bottle over my shoulder and try and knock them down while blindfolded. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. And there was also, what was it? I had to yeet my coffee cup so many times.
Do you know what? You're in America, then I thought, looking at your clips, I thought you were very you enjoyed it a lot more.
Oh yes.
So when you come to the UK, then did you sort of lose your mojo a bit? Because
no,
I mean, there wasn't as many.
No, it was having to. I'd lost the heart and soul was the people watching, the people that were involved. I lost the heart and soul. So it's basically like. If you think about it, it's like a bottle of water that's been out in the sun too long and the water's dehydrated, and I came back to a dry bottle.
I get that. I mean, I've always thought about going back to it, but then I wouldn't do gaming. I've always said, like the F1's on tomorrow, like the race. And I've always said, I'd stream myself my own reaction live to recording it.
You see, I don't think many people do that, and I think that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
And when the football's on, I support Chelsea, so when Chelsea's playing, I'd give my own reaction to it, live.
Yep.
And I could shout at the screen. You could see my own personality come out.
Exactly.
And I always said,
there's a lot of people that watch reaction videos on Twitter, on YouTube now.
Yeah. Just don't have a hammer in your hand.
No.
Otherwise, you're going to be going through a lot of TVs.
You might.
No, not with Chelsea. Not with Chelsea. We're all right.
No, but that is actually quite a very unique and interesting
That's a niche
approach.
Yep. It's like Pog, who was in earlier and is probably still here lurking and stuff like that. But Pog, actually, he's a Formula One fan and he plays Formula One games on his PC. Or his Xbox, I think it is. He's not PlayStation, I don't, because he actually asked me if I would be interested in running the PlayStation League, and he would do so. You're watching Grand Prix on Sunday. He would do that. Yeah. He would do that, but a video game version of it. Now he would sometimes race, but he would do pretty much mostly the commentary, the camera changing. There would be him and another person who would usually be racers, so they're ex-racers like James Hunt and Murray Walker. I don't think Murray Walker actually was even a racing driver, but those kind of things. So it would be people who have done that, and he would present this thing like it was a Sunday TV show, and there would be qualifications the night before. So you would see all that, and he would comment on how many did well in the qualifying lap, the hot lap, and everything like that. Explaining the disqualification, being disqualified or penalised, or how things, the tactics and everything like that. And then the following day it would be the Grand Prix, and they would do a 36 lap race. So it was something you were really watching, proper Grand Prix stuff. And it actually got recognised, and it's now a fairly big thing. So that is his niche, and it's really cool. And I love watching it because you got the interaction, but for the most part, your chat doesn't get ignored, but it doesn't get spoken to either. They won't talk to you back about it, but they'll comment about it.
The only issue with the idea is you can't display the race live on your Twitch stream because you're displaying technically a paid channel for free to the general public, which is illegal.
But there are so many videos out there of there's this one guy, this coloured guy, that he's kind of all over some of these YouTube short videos, that it's his facial expressions while he's watching something, and you do actually see some of the stuff that he's watching. So it's going to be a bit of a different thing, but it's the facial expression that he's seeing. Whereas if would he be able to do the audio though, Sean, or would he have
Not
to mute
really,
that as
no.
well? So
not really. Anything that's been live broadcasted over a paid per view channel is actually technically illegal over Twitch. So it is actually very hit and miss. Now, me, I don't give a toss about Twitch rules. As you know,
it doesn't mean that Twitch honest. He does.
My streams totally and utterly ignore everything, you know. But I rarely stream, so I can get away with it.
They'll be waiting for
you. Yeah, they're trying to catch me.
Yeah.
I'm not a constant streamer.
No.
So if you're a constant streamer, you got more chance of being noticed. If you're doing it once a week, make it a random day. Don't do it on the same day every week.
See, that's the other thing. Going back to your subject earlier on, Belch, is that that you felt like you were streaming and there was no one there, no one was commenting and stuff like that. Consistency is the key if you want to get recognized. If you don't want to be recognized, then do the on the fly thing. Now for me, mainly what I'm doing is I'm putting out videos for YouTube, not so much the Twitch community as such. I mean, if the Twitch community wants to come in and watch, that's cool. If they want to get involved,
I don't give a toss about your dude. I'm watching Twitch.
If you want to be involved in it and you want to actually, be either on the audio chat like Belches, or if you want to be, typing away to us and stuff like that, then that's cool as well. But for the most thing is that this gets recorded and put on YouTube, so people are going to get to see it. People are going to get to listen to it. This is mainly designed to listen to while you're on that long journey home, or you can't sleep.
Well, actually, Belch, do you have a Formula One game that actually covers most of the tracks that Formula One live TV races on?
Yeah, I mean, I come out the other day, F1 2021. It's been out for like a year, but it's come out for free yesterday on Xbox. And it's funny how Sin was mentioning about them sort of leagues in Formula One, because I got invited to one this morning.
Oh yeah,
I did. I was racing last night, and this person went, "Oh, you're quite good in a McLaren car around Abu Dhabi. Let's race tomorrow morning, see where you are in Monaco and stuff, and we might sign you up to this league." And it's this Discord league, and I haven't accepted it yet, but they want me to go on later on. I think it's at midnight, because there's some American, some of them are American there, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. But yeah, I have F1 2021 because I downloaded it the other day.
Well, what I'm thinking is, if you got F1 live on TV, so say for instance, I know they're doing a race tomorrow, I think, aren't they, in the UK?
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but say for instance, it's Saudi Arabia. Right, okay, Saudi Arabia. So tomorrow at race time, you start streaming, but you run the game in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So you're actually racing the same track that has actually been live racing, but your comments can be from the live game and your in-game at the same time. It's all, oh Christ, I've just took this corner, yet, what's his name took that corner that way, or there's, so you're not actually live broadcasting the live game, but you're doing a simulation of the live game live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That rate you can get around the story.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking if I don't put the sound on and if I don't show it, but I commentate what I see.
Yeah.
So if a commentator goes, oh yeah, so as Reliquet has passed to Rudiger say, I could go, oh yeah, in my own words, I could go, oh yeah, it's passed it to this player, and then they're on the attack going down this side of the pitch. I could do it myself, but then I don't know. I think with everything going on at college at the moment, I think it would be in the
You
future.
can actually be playing the game and come to a certain corner and say, well, 5 minutes ago, what's his name just took this corner and actually ploughed right into the other side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whereas I
could take
got
the
round
corner.
it. Nah.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh man, I came off here and they went round perfectly. How can I not do that?
It's almost like you're doing the live game, but in virtual game
Yeah.
with
No,
live
I get what you
comments.
mean.
Yeah. I think that's the way you can get around it.
I mean, is there any way that you've wanted to adapt your stream? So if you were going to carry on gaming like in the future, is there any way you'd adapt it to benefit you more? Or
Yeah, switch him off.
The truth hurts. No.
I know you did that. Was it the Jaffa cakes where people like to try and
Well, the
get
Jaffa cakes. You see, the Jaffa cakes, because I constantly eat Jaffa cakes, and I haven't had Jaffa cake in a while actually, because I've managed to shake the addiction of Jaffa cakes, for the most part, anyway. But the Jaffa cakes have always been a thing, even before the stream and stuff like that, and. You know, I noticed that a lot of people who stream have some sort of thing tied to them, and then they have like emotes, they have other things tied to them as well, and so obviously points turned into the Jaffa cakes. And you know, at first, before Twitch had put an embargo or a block on a lot of stuff, those points were being used pretty constantly. There was not one or many people that had not used those points, and we're not talking about just for hydrate, which is usually the typical one, but they mostly like to make me sing "Let It Go," Disney style, you know, and then like do the dance to it, and all sorts of other things that they, you know, I would never have actually thought of. I mean, they wanted me to sing and dance to steps and all sorts of stupid bands, and it was fun for them. And for me, I wanted to do things right, so it would take me a little while to watch a video, get it down, try and, you know, get an idea of the movements and stuff like that. The singing side of it wasn't too bad because I had the karaoke up, so I could see that. But like, there was one, I remember it very well. Alicia came in, which is Arwin. She came in and she asked me to do the Thriller dance, and I was like, "You bitch." Oh no, I don't know how to do that. So I had to watch the video a couple of times to figure out the routine-ish that I could remember, and then I did it, and it worked out. I got a little bit stressed out about it because I was trying to get it somewhat right as opposed to just going crap. So I did get a little bit stressed out with it. That was probably one of my most stressful moments, was the Thriller dance. Of all dances that you would make me do, you made me do the Thriller dance. I could probably sing it better than dance. You know, dance like Michael Jackson is like, no.
We're 2 hours and 37 minutes in. Do you want to round up the YouTube side of it? You can carry on streaming, we'll carry on chatting, but the YouTube.
Okay, yeah. A big
Stop the recording bit before it gets too long.
A big, huge thank you to It's Nocty for coming in and sharing with us a few bits and pieces. Hopefully, we didn't touch too much on what is going on at the moment because he can't talk about it. But hopefully we'll get another chance for Nocty to come in and actually discuss and go, oh, you remember like 3 years ago I told you I couldn't do anything? Well, here we go. And a massive thank you, and awesome to have Belch on and have a voice to the name as well. So thank you very much, guys, for coming in and sharing what you guys have been doing this week, and also like reminiscing on what you've been doing throughout your years. And yeah, I think it's been a pretty good pub chat around the table with some pints kind of thing.
It's definitely been a pub chat, definitely.
It has. I think they've all kind of been like that. So I don't know what's going on next week, if there is one. We probably have Chris and Aid. I know Chris has got some big news, but I don't want to say anything. But it would have been cool to have him on there, be able to tell us what's going on. But and Una came on as well. Yes, big thank you.
Yeah,
to Una
don't
for
forget
coming
Una.
in. Thanks so much for everybody coming by. If you liked what you heard or saw, why? But if you did, please give us a subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, and also comment below in the channel. And until next time, I can't sign off very well, so I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.
And if you want anything done by me, don't contact me.
There you go.